Hey powers and puffs, and welcome to our monthly The Tube Best Virals edition. We got a lot on our imaginary plate, so let's do it like we should. With us in the studio to celebrate our favorite viral videos from the month of March is Nir Baram, one of Israel's leading young literary talents. You should seriously check out his last two mind-provoking books, Good People and Shadow World. Good evening. Thanks for coming over, Nir.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, you're welcome. So as an author, old school, classic author, what's your relationship with the whole web culture, digital revolution?
Well, I'm using Facebook, I'm using Twitter. I don't use Instagram, and I'm using torrents a lot. So I think that I have the most important ingredients in my plate. But my girlfriend says that I'm not very technological.
Are you good, author-wise good in your tweets and Facebook posts?
I think I am. Well, I have many friends, but it's like writing. I mean, I'm not very good with all the, let's say, software that you should use when you're trying to do some, let's say, more complicated things on the internet, but I'm very good on Facebook and Twitter and the most basic things.
But you still believe you can express yourself in an artistic way also on the web, or you have still a romantic relationship with, proper paper books?
Well, I'm trying to separate, but I think that digital books are a very good idea. And I think it's very important to read. It doesn't matter if you read on paper or on digital books. And I think that every writer wants to be read. And if you read interesting books and important books and thought-provoking books on digital books, it's fine by me. All the romantic thing with the paper is not very important. Before the paper, people read on stones, so it was cool back then also.
Yeah, but I just saw the third season of Girls, and she got the deal for ebooks, and then she got the deal for a real book, and she was like, ha!
Because it's more money.
It's more money?
Yeah.
Okay.
eBay deals usually cheaper, but real books deals are but sometimes it's more money. Basically, the market is bigger. Okay. But I think, but now when you mention it, I think it's better to get a deal for a paper book than an eBay book.
Yeah, they're not going to last for long. So yes. Get them while you can. Okay, let's go to our first topic. Give me some whoosh whoosh. Or not. Okay. The whole world watched President Barack Obama's performance in comedian Zach Galifianakis' popular and ridiculous web talk show Between Two Ferns. He appeared on the show to encourage young people to enroll for Obamacare through his healthcare.gov website, and it worked. Millions of young viewers swamped the healthcare website after the webcast. Let's give it a short look.
I have to know, what is it like to be the last black president?
Seriously? What's it like for this to be the last time you ever talked to a president?
It must kind of stink, though, that you can't run, 3 times.
No, actually, I think it's a good idea. If I ran a third time, it'd be sort of like doing a third Hangover movie. Didn't really work out very well, did it? Now, I have to say that I've seen this show before, and some of the episodes have probably been a little bit better than this. For example, the one with Bradley Cooper, that was a great show.
Bradley Cooper, yeah, everybody loves
He kind of carried that movie, didn't he?
Which film are you speaking of?
Those Hangover movies. Basically, he carried them.
Yeah, everybody loves Bradley. Good for him.
Good-looking guy.
Being like that in Hollywood, that's easy. Tall, handsome, that's easy. Be short, fat, and smell like Doritos and try to make it in Hollywood.
All right, so you are a political person. What do you think about the way politicians are using the web our days? Do you think the media, the fact that they're so excited about it, is that a really good thing?
Well, I think that Barack Obama gives some respectability to this kind of show. And I think that Barack Obama used this show very well because basically the website of the .gov, whatever.
This healthcare, Obamacare, yeah.
Got many people from the website of the show, and I think it was a very good example for how politicians can use the internet. I think that basically most of the important shows are still on TV. Basically, when you want to say something to the nation, you go to TV, and the internet is like a place that politicians feel more comfortable because nobody really challenged them. They give them the opportunity to be cool and nice and be very laughable. I think it's very good for politicians as well.
But the web can be the cruelest place on earth. You can become a ridiculous meme in a minute just because you smiled in a creepy way.
Yes, but I think that smart politicians like Obama know how to use the web in a very good way. Politicians without a sense of humor, but basically, if you want to be a player in the internet world, you should be ready to the time when people will laugh at you. Okay, it will happen sometimes. You will be in some kind of a lynch, but I think that basically you can also gain something from the website, from the internet, because this is an opportunity for yourself to describe yourself as a cool man with a sense of humor, to also try to work with your message in a way that young people will like it.
But Obama confused me the past year, because I was, a big fan, especially since, hey, cool, groovy, super charismatic president. And then, NSA, the way he's dealt with things, and I was like, am I a fool for someone only because he's cool?
Yes, you are.
So that's not a nice feeling.
Well, I think that the President of the United States can do just so many things. I think the real problem with democracy in our days is that you can't really change the situation. You can't really change the government through the regular procedures that we know. Obama wanted to do many things. He couldn't do it because of the Senate and the Congress. And I think he did what he can. And the expectations from Obama were unrealistic, too huge. And the fact that he's cool and nice doesn't mean that he doesn't have to use torture and all the other stuff. He's the president of the most important country in the world. He kills people. He's listening to other people. This is the guy. And in this, distance between being cool and being the one who killed Bin Laden or being the one who listened to all the people in the world, there is some place to do some real good things. And the healthcare system is the most important things in the last generation that the president achieved. So you should remember this. 7.1 million people got healthcare because of Obama. This is a major thing.
Yeah, well, I would switch Bibi for Obama any day. Now we have to move on. Whoosh, whoosh. The whoosh whoosh worked, I'm happy. Okay, now, with almost 30 million views, the latest web campaign effort from the charity Save the Children can be deemed a great success. It aims to protect the more than 5 million children of Syria who have been affected by the conflict that's torn the country apart over the past 3 years. Let's give it another look.
Happy birthday to you.
Make a wish.
Granny. Here, Mac.
Hello.
Have you done your homework?
Ada.
For a general strike.
Ready or not? Here it comes.
Violent clashes with
Live ammunition against.
Deserve to get shot.
Have a nice day, Mum.
airstrikes on rebel positions.
We are going to stay.
Tabby.
Go.
Heavy fighting in Richmond.
Dad, where are we?
Rebel forces advance.
Happy birthday to you. Make a wish, darling.
She doesn't fool the candle in the end. Yeah, what did you think of the video?
Don't want to sound nasty, but I will. I think that sometimes these kind of campaigns are usually meaningless because, okay, so let's say I'm aware to my psychological problems, so what? Can I change it? And this kind of movie just gives you the impression that it's very important what's going on in Syria without any solution. It's not political. It's just being aware of something, but without any specific political goal, without any specific political meaning. And I don't like, it's important, I don't like all these movies that gives people the obligation to say, oh, it's horrible, oh, it's cruel, oh, but without any specific goal. What do you want to do in Syria? What do you want to change? How do you want to be involved in Syria?
But I'm not a Syrian politician. I'm a person in this world that can choose to be, humane and to care and to look and to share and to talk. Or I can say, it's far away, it has nothing to do with my own Western modern life, it cannot happen to me. And then you have the little girl.
But where does it take you? So you saw the movie, and then what? You care, right?
I care. It takes me. I cannot offer a solution. I can find compassion in my heart for the world's suffering.
I think this is part of the non-political kind of limbo movies that doesn't show you any specific political goals. I'm a political person. When I see a movie, I want to know what is the basic political step that one should take after you saw the movie. This is just an atmosphere movie. And I think that even in Rwanda genocide or in Congo genocide, you can see movies like this, but without any specific goal, I think it's a bit meaningless.
Okay.
I also care about Mars, but I can't go there.
Okay. Let's move on.
I know I said it.
Pharrell Williams' charity song Happy is a big hit, we all know that, but more surprisingly, it became an unexpected global anthem for citizens living under troubled regimes. For the International Happy Day declared by the UN, happy videos were recorded in places like the Philippines and Tunis, and even on the battleground of the protests in Kiev. Is the world getting happier with happy? Well, sorry, Neil, that's another pointless video.
No, I don't think it's the same. I think this is like a cool movie. I don't see any specific meaning here, but people are happy everywhere. People are happy after atrocities and after disasters. I think it's a good idea, but it's not. I think it's different than the Syria movie, because the Syria movie gives you the impression that you have to do something, but you don't know what. Here, I think that it's very evident that people can be happy, dance, laugh. Right?
Even when, yeah, but I think if I'll
maybe I didn't get something, so you can explain it to me.
No, I think I understand what you say, but I say the world is indifferent. Okay, as that's its reflex, to be indifferent until it comes to their own personal close circle. And the question is, what can you do as part of the media or the art world to shake this habit of being indifferent and not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. But look, I think that basically 40 years ago, if you wanted to do some political action, you would go to the street and demonstrate, right? The internet, the Facebook gives you the opportunity to do nothing and still feel political, because you do a like and you do a share and everything. I think sometimes it's even dangerous that you feel political, but you don't really do anything. It's just, wasting a lot of energy without any specific political action.
So a like is not a political action,
No.
Demonstrating is.
Yes. I think that, no, I mean, in the end, for example, I know many people that work on corporations and everything, and then in the evening they write posts on Facebook about Marx and the communism and revolution, and in the morning they work for all these forces, right? This is what the internet allows you to do. And I think, yes, in the end, if you don't see a real political change, like you saw in Egypt or in Ukraine, and it's all about like and share, I don't think it's really important.
Well, I think one cannot go without the other. It's warming up the masses.
Of course.
That's what I think.
But in many cases, you see only the first step. Think about Israel right now. If you go to Israel and look at Facebook, Israel is angry. Israel is crazy. Israel wants to
and something's
change.
going to happen with it, but we have to move on. So, no, we can talk about Israel for ages now. More optimistic now. Whoosh, whoosh, optimistic. Okay, now for a story that broke our hearts in an optimistic way. On the 3rd of March, on the 3rd of March, a mysterious video started to make rounds over the web. It was from a company called Hoover Tech, and it promised the most amazing thing of all, hoverboards like the ones from Back to the Future 2. But it was all fake, a prank, a cruel, cruel prank. Take a look.
The hoverboard has arrived.
Yes.
For a specific generation,
Yeah.
which is not your generation, by the way,
Excuse me.
I think it's a heartbreaking prank. I remember that I saw, it was the second movie of Back to the Future. I saw it 100 times. We all thought that this thing is magnificent and someday it will happen. We thought it will happen a long time ago, by the way, in the beginning of 2000. And when I heard about this movie, and in the beginning I believed in this idea, it was really devastating to know that it was just a prank. I think it's cruel. Seriously.
I agree with you, though, born in 1987, that, it's cool and I would buy one as well.
Yes. And I think that I didn't understand the goal of all this thing.
To advertise something or just to be cruel.
I think they advertised nothing. This is what's so strange in the story. There wasn't any advertising. It was just a prank, which is more cruel.
Okay, so they advertised human cruelness.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
We have Twitter, we have Tumblr, it's TheChill24, and always remember what Ellen DeGeneres said. Laugh as much as you can. Laugh until you cry until you laugh. Keep doing it, even if people are passing you on the street saying, I can't tell if that person is laughing or crying, but either way, they see. It's gotta